This is my footprint. I'm Ayanna Taylor. Once upon a time in a golden land lived a strange maiden. She had brown eyes and curls grand, wild and free, unkept and untamed. Like herself, she loathed the crow's spirit. She wished upon a star to look like everyone else. She'd ironed till the ringlets met their limit, pushed to conform till she couldn't recognize herself. To be liked, she visited a witch. She made her look the way she envisioned in exchange for gold. She didn't know that the spell came with a twitch, that her hair would break and that her heart would turn cold. For 2 years, she stayed under the witch's awful spell. The side effects also made her obey every wish. She reached out to another witch who seemed swell, but as it turned out, the witch took sides with the other and became a codfish. Who broke the spell, you might ask? Perhaps it was her true love who gave her a kiss. No, the maiden had caught the witch without her mask. It sparked a rebellion in her heart and brought back a happiness she missed. The maiden first started by accepting herself, so she dedicated a year to not taking the witch's potion. She let her curls find their way, even if their ugliness would repel. She pushed herself to not put anything on her skin but soap and lotion. She knew her pimples were obvious and her curls were weak. It did not stop her, for she knew there was a greater purpose. Through gradual time, the woman came to love that she was unique, that she could better her life just fine without the two witches' lip service. During this time, the witches kept their distance. It was no fun anymore. They despised their withering power of control over her. You see, by taking her self-confidence, it made them feel pretty forevermore. Or so they thought, for the maiden knew now who they really were. She felt sorry for them and wished them a good life. Now she wished upon a star for them to find confidence of their own, to follow their dreams without strife, to find love that made them better than they've ever known. Once those evil witches had disappeared from her life, she felt a weight had been lifted. Finally, the time had arrived for the curls to be free as when first gifted. After she had left the witches, she had no friends. She spent a lot of time alone getting to know who she really was. She had changed and went through an emotional cleanse. If not, she would have never come to accept her flaws. It was the start of her 3rd year, and she had lots to figure out. She met 2 princesses from faraway lands that taught her many things. They showed her real friendship and loyalty without doubt. They inspired her to be proud to be different and spread her wings. She went to her first ball and danced the night away with her prince. She wore a beautiful gown and gems below. She felt connected to those 2 princesses ever since. They made her feel more loved than she ever knew. This stanza is dedicated to those beautiful souls, Natalie and Kate. You brought sunshine back into the heart of this maiden. She has hope in people because fate made you her classmate. Your free spirits and inner beauty made hers reawaken. Unfortunately, all things come to an end, even if they're good. The year was up and the princesses had to return to their kingdoms. Though she was sad, she was happy because forget she never could. They gave her a kind of friendship that's packaged in wisdom. In that summer, the maiden took time to work on herself. She meditated, exercised, and found a love for books. She learned new things and filled every bookshelf. She found a new mantra, beauty of the mind instead of looks. When starting her last year, she had a different mindset. Instead of caring about being pretty or making friends, she was going to find friends eventually without getting upset. She was content in her choice, even if it meant being alone on the weekends. Like it tends to go, connecting was always a hit and miss. Sure, there were very nice princesses with good intentions, but they would have plans for tea and vanish into the abyss. Had she done anything wrong? No, she gave good impressions. In this time, she still stayed true. After some time, it paid off, and she met 2 lovely souls. They had been through much pain too, and they stayed unique instead of playing roles. These 2 princesses renounced their thrones to be free. They became pagan fairies who brought love to the world. They were beautiful inside, and their souls were deep as the sea. Their gypsy fashion was purposely loose and swirled. This stanza is dedicated to fairies Carola and Maddie. Carola, who has a heart of gold and a soul of merit. Maddie, whose spirit is like the wind, pure and happy. You both touched her heart with your wood spirit. There are other friends who deserve mention, classmates like Issa, Skylar, Tessa, and Morgan. Your warm smiles and welcome hearts are worthy of attention. Thank you for making class fun every morning. All in all, let your authentic vibe attract your tribe. Allow your heart to be your master. There may be challenges hard to describe, but there will always be a happily ever after.